You're watching RVT, Rashids Teletube, serving nations worldwide. You're watching RVT, Rashids Teletube worldwide. Where is Rashid all the time? You're watching Rashids RVT. RVT wanna wish you a very happy Shieston season. You're watching RVT, a Rashid International Broadcasting Station. Y'all watching RVT! Up next on RVT, Rashid's Video Tube. It's a special documentary on What Do You Think? It's an inside candid look at Studio 54. Following that is the Rashid YouTube radio show. Let's all make it a great summer, particularly a great Shieston, as we celebrate here on RVT, where is Rashid all the time. You're watching RVT, Rashids Teletube Worldwide. Where is Rashid all the time? You're watching Rashids RVT. You're watching RVT, a Rashid International Broadcasting Station. RVT want to wish you a very happy Shiesting season. Y'all watching RVT! Hey, having spaghetti tonight? A whole lot of vegetables. Sauce just the way you like it. It's the thickest, heartiest sauce ever, made with a whole lot of plump, juicy tomatoes, special seasonings and spices, with that zesty, full-body tomato taste. Now you're eating spaghetti. So serve up some Italiano at its best, now at your local market, or go online at www.italiancooking.org. That's www.italiancooking.org. Big and juicy. That's worth the time and energy. And flavorful. And fun to do. Freedom from your mind and rewarding. That's chewing gum. But remember what they say, no chewing in the house. So we waited. Don't let your tongue escape this. It's a fact that chewing gum removes 100 million bacteria in just 10 minutes. Wow, amazing. Also, it keeps your breath clean and fresh. Teeth too. So chew away. Come on, if you dare. Not expensive and pure mouth entertainment. For whatever. The freshness of it all. History is always sweet when we look at what we used to do. So why give it up? Gum, the world's mouth entertaining pastime. Your adventure starts here. Luggage from top names over 65% off. Just surf over to www.luggage.com. That's www.luggage.com. It's India's IT Institute. India's leading computer institute. Over 150 centers across India. Call 91229-98333. That's 91229-98333. Or just go to www.indiacomputerclass.com. That's www.indiacomputerclass.com. It's India's IT Institute. Call now. You're watching RVT, a Rashid International Broadcasting Station. Y'all watching RVT! Heads up, everybody, it's RVT. Hands down, everyone, is RVT. Look over there. Who's over there? Is RVT. Everyone, everywhere is RVT. When you're walking, when you're working, talking, having fun. Worldwide Rashid enjoyment. Social television when the day is done. All you need is just to sit back and let Rashid's door open up to fun. Fun beyond your wildest enjoyment. Social media fun. It's RVT, Rashid's video tube for social media, Rashid's computer television, weather news and celebrity news, and award-winning content that goes on and on. If you can't get RVT, contact your local internet service provider. RVT, now streaming on YouTube and Google Plus and other social media platforms. Call now! Da 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 da. I saw you. Welcome everybody to south of the border. Yep, south of the border. All where tortillas and burritos is waiting for you. And where, Rashid? South of the border, where it's typical Mexican food. Typical! Look at the Mexican pizza as tacos do the cha-cha. Oh, this way, Rashid. I see. Hey, look at the pepper. Very inspiring. I love the burrito. So satisfying. A hunger quencher. And don't forget about the tacos, Rashid. You bet, a sure gift to everyone. Hey, just check out the expressions when they find out what's for dinner. Indeed, Rashid. And the tacos do the cha-cha while they make a food drama. Simply delicious. Not that expensive and very easy to prepare. Very easy. Look, Rashid, a fight is breaking out. Probably who has the best flavor. Which in my opinion, they all do. And you have your choices of mild, hot, or fiery. See? And she is gorgeous. Dance away, Chi-Chi. You too, Pepper. Just look at those tortillas. Boy, all this is a Rashid's family favorite. We're simply addicted. Tacos! A taco deluxe dinner. All you can eat. So I think we said it all. So check it out at your nearest grocers or go online at www.eatmexican.com. That's www.eatmexican.com. It's still a bargain. I mean, still a bargain. 50% off sale. Up to 50% off couches, bedroom, TV units, and much, much more. Go to www.stealabargain.com. That's www.stealabargain.com. Pork this, pork that, pork this, pork that, pork, 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 pork. Yeah. Top the meat. All day long the bunnies worked, they got so very tired. So when they got home they needed a boost. Rashids, chocolate cider. All day long the days were rough, it was no happy choir. So when they got home they needed a boost. Rashids, chocolate cider. Well, not cider, but just hot chocolate. Deep, rich hot chocolate. Either plain or with marshmallows. An internet's best friend. And with 3 grams of fat and 6 grams of protein, why wouldn't you go for it? All year round is groovy. You said it, Culper. The marshmallows melt to a thick, motherly malt as it oozes down your throat. You probably wouldn't stand for just 1 cup. And your imagination, just might get the best of you, if you know what I mean. All day long the bunnies worked, they got so very tired. So when they got home they needed a boost. Rashids, chocolate cider. All day long the days were rough, it was no happy choir. So when they got home they needed a boost. Rashids, chocolate cider. So let your imagination run wild all year round. Available at your nearest grocers or go online. Put it on this, spread it on that. A little on this and a whole lot of that. Everything's better with butter. Whip it on this, a little on that. Smear it on this and square it on that. Everything's better with butter. Now you can square it up with butter or margarine. Electrify your taste buds with the rich and satisfying taste of butter. Whip it on this, graze it on that. Square it on rice, now that's where is that? Everything's better with butter. Now get to the grocers and square it up. Also in spread style to go easy on bread. Ice cream, balls, shoes, socks, all on social media. Laughing, playing, having fun, all on social media. Books, trains, weight loss gains, all on social media. Different worlds, cute little girls, things that will make you lose your curls, all on social media. Cartoonish babes, the twerking gays, the top 10s that will make you be amazed, all on social media. Rashid Arman people love, all without a lot of subs, all on social media. That's Rashid's social media. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Warehouse moving sale. Have you heard? Rashid Arman celebrates new warehouse. They're passing huge savings on you. For a very limited time, and I mean limited time, they're offering the Skin Candy 21 and 36 color sets at huge savings. Go to www.warehousemoving.com. Sexy is sexy, but savings is savings. Go to www.warehousemoving.com. Stop being so stressed out. Enjoy life. Really enjoy it. Just relax and take your time. Let the drama stay in entertainment. In other words, buckle up. We made history. Hi, I'm a bull, and I know what I like. So when I go out to dinner in a place like this, I order something hearty and bold. And with it comes something else that is bold. Barbecue sauce. That rich, thick, mouth-watering flavor you just can't get from ketchup, salsa sauce, or steak sauce. My barbecue sauce takes flavor to a whole nother level of flavor, giving you the satisfaction you crave on your dishes. Even goes with vegan dishes. In fact, it goes on just about anything. And that's no bull. But pork and beef ribs? Guys, I died. Try the boldest of sauces at your groceries or go online. It's waiting for you.
Mommy's taking me to the store. I'm so happy. Oh, mommy. Oh, go downstairs. Gotta get dressed. Go downstairs. Oh, I gotta get dressed. Oh, it's such a beautiful day out here, mommy. It's such a beautiful day. Oh my goodness, mommy, look all the things. Oh, mommy. Oh, most of the things you get at the stores, you'll get really good deals if you got coupons. Oh, mommy, thanks.
You're watching RVT, Rashids Teletube Worldwide. Where is Rashid all the time? You're watching Rashids RVT.
Hello, and this is Father Rashid. And knowing that this is the season for nothing but pure love and giving, I want to wish you a very happy Shaisa. RVT want to wish you a very happy Shieston season.
So I was cruising, surfing, whatever, doing absolutely nothing, saying nothing either. Then I came across Rashids RVT. Then I asked, what is this? Who is this? And why is this? Then it made me smile. Not necessarily like the famous Hollywood scenes in Robert De Niro and Apocalypse Now, and not like a train wreck either. That's a different type of entertainment that doesn't focus on the obvious. It's plain Rashids video too. So stop being afraid.
I hope you're enjoying RVT, but a hot dog will go good with your viewing pleasure. Rather than beef, pork, or chicken is guaranteed to satisfy. So go out and have a wiener. Look for money-saving deals in newspaper and news ads. RVT, proud sponsor of the nationwide hot dog.
You're watching RVT, a Rashid International Broadcasting Station. Y'all watching RVT! The benefits of spray paint is miraculous. You never know what you can muster up if you try. And talk about the perfect outdoor hobby. The chair is spray painted. The chair. So whether indoor or outdoor, paint away. Just don't forget about the spray kind. jam it, cram it, jam it, jam it, jam it, jam it, cram it, jam it, jam it, jam it. Ah, the sweet taste of jam. Oh, did you say jam? I sure did. I said jam. And there's all kind of flavors of it. Like what? Like what? That's a good question. Well, look, step over here. You have regular jam, jelly, marmalade, and fruit butter. Oh, fruit butter. Delicious on raisin bread. Oh, jam it, cram it. Jam it, cram it, jam it, jam it, jam it. The delicious taste of jam in the morning time is a definite mouth opener. So fruity, so flavorful. Oh, I love it. So sweet. Impossible to say no to. So definitely a jam it. A jam it, cram it, jam it, jam it, jam it. Oh, thank you, Rashid. Hey, no problem. Hey, you're a pretty good singer. You think so? Of course I do. Now come on, let's talk about the different ways you can eat jam. You can eat it on toast, you can eat it on bread, you can eat it warm, you can eat it cold. You can even eat it outside. You can eat it inside. Boy, social media sure allows us to be creative, doesn't it? Whatever. It sure allows us to seek out those things we never really talk about. Whatever. We see things and say, that's it right there. It actually can choose our career for us. Whatever. So look this way at social media. As I, Rashid, motivate you to look at it in a different way. Like to get ready, get set, and go. Whatever this, whatever that. What about that? Whatever. Yeah, what about that right there? Whatever. Yeah, okay. See, I, Rashid, exercise clownship around. Yeah, whatever. And clownship must be taken seriously. Whether it's my little girls kicking butt, or me shocking you. Whatever. Expect to see the whatever. Whatever this, whatever that. That's all you can say. Whatever. What about that right there? Whatever. So bring on the night. Come on, bring on the night. Please do. And get creative on social media. Like me. Whatever. Quiet!
Quick, guys, run for the hills! Ah! Everybody run! Everybody run! Ah! Look out! RVT.
You're watching RVT, a Rashid International Broadcasting Station. You're watching RVT, Rashid's Teletube, serving nations worldwide.
You're watching RVT! Fun!
The following presentation is brought to you by Rashid's Universe, now streaming on YouTube, Google+, and other social media platforms. And now, enjoy the show. And welcome everybody to RVT, Rashids Video Tube. In conjunction with RMJC, Rashids Music Jukebox Center, and I am Rashid the R-Man, coming on live on social media, Google+, YouTube, and other platforms. How y'all guys doing out there? Boy, it's good to do this. This is our very first show, and I'm very excited about it. So I hope you're in the mood for a nice long discussion. Now, before you start thinking things, it's not what you think, guys. Of all the shows I did, I think we really gonna like this show. This show, it holds dear to me because it give us a chance to be truthful about things. Not only that, but it gives us the opportunity to discuss things that we really don't discuss in today's society for some strange reason. As society people today, is to me, in my opinion, I feel as though we lost our way with learning about what's here, what we're ignoring now for some strange reason, and what really fascinates us when we really think about it. And it all begins with this show. This is our very first Rashids Strange Stories and Philosophies, and I am very, very, very honored to do this. Very honored. Now, our first story we'll be talking about is satanic cults. Now, on future shows it might be something else, but on this show, satanic cults. And I really hope you guys have the time to join us, because this should be eye-opening to us, okay? in this episode is satanic cults. All right, now we're gonna start off like this. Now, first of all, I want you to get comfortable, and I'm gonna try my best not to go too far with my information, but I'm gonna do the best I can. Now, let's break down the word cult. Let's get that out the way. Now, you see, this show is satanic cults. Now, what if it was a children's cult, or a food cult, or a Hollywood cult, circus cult? So this one is a satanic cult. So the word cult necessarily isn't a bad word per se. It really isn't a bad word per se. Now, people get the misconception that satanic cults are bad. We've seen documentaries where the person that was in a satanic cult said that we don't walk around all day talking about Satan all day long. So it's a lot of speculatory statements when it comes to cults, and satanic cults in particular. And in this show right here, we're going to address satanic cults. And what does it mean to us as individuals? What does it mean to us as people? Why are we so attracted to the unseen? It's benign to say we're not. Now, we're going to get this out the way. Everybody know about this guy. Who didn't come across Levy? And the Vian Satanism, which he wrote the Satanic Bible. He actually, like, the prophets from God written the Bible, correct? You got Matthew, you got Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Joel, Ruth, so for they're the books of the Bible, 66 of them. Now, this guy written the Bible for Satan. Okay, everybody knows who he is. Now, in a weak encyclopedia, it says Levian Satanism is a new religious movement founded in 1966 by the American occultist and author Anton Levy. The religious documentations and practices are codified in Levy's book, the Satanic Bible. So he wrote the Bible for Satan, dude. For the main shit, the main Bible for Satanists all around the world. And this happened in 1966, but he wasn't the first one. Now listen to this. Satanism, the definition form. Satanism is a group of ideological and philosophical beliefs based on the character of Satan. Although the public practices of Satanism began with the founding of the Church of Satan in 1966, that's Levy. Historical documentations says that it was another group called the Ophiocultus Satanisms, okay, formed by Herbert Arthur, showcased it in 1948. So 1948 was the year that it really first hit. Then Levy backed it up, so he's not the really first one. The first one was by a Herbert Arthur in 1948. So what does all of this mean in general as people of the world today, and particularly the United States of America, because this was founded, this is a Christian country. This country was built on Christianity. It means in general that for some strange and odd reason, people today are drawn to the unexplained. They are drawn to things that's not talked about in normal media. Like you can watch the 6 o'clock news or the 11 o'clock news or whenever it comes on. And if you see around here, they're saying, hey, you got to see this news over here. This news around the corner will spark your curiosity more than the main news itself. It's kind of like if everybody was eating apples every day for an estimated 3 years every day. Around the 4th year, the apples become immune to your taste buds. The apples isn't delicious the way they used to be when you first start eating these apples. The odd and the occult dips over in a state of a form of lifestyle that fascinates us for some reason. It may be the fear that we have as people in general that want to be or allows us to be surprised or frightened. And you could generate that through the whole propaganda movement of Satanism. The word Satanism coming from Satan himself because Satan himself is in the Bible, so it generated from the scriptures itself. Whether you believe in the Quran or what have you, it still captivates us to hear Satanism. And our alarm, a red light, a red flag go off, we gotta watch this shit because of Satanism. But you have to ask yourself, do you really want to knock on Satan's door? Do you really want to knock on Satan's door? See, you have to realize also that we as individuals always come across spirituality in our everyday life. And we may say, I'm not about Satanism, I don't believe in Satanism, but we have went through deja vus, okay, where the deja vu is something like you go through something and say, hey, I've seen this before, whether it be in a dream or somewhere else. I've went through this before. Some people have it so strong they almost could say what somebody's going to say when you see them walk through the door or come down the steps. Now, for what strange reason do we go through these things? Mankind have yet to define. Sure, we come across scientists that may say, okay, I got the answer because of this, of this, of this, of this. But can we really be 100% sure of that? What I'm trying to say is life is full of mystery and plunder. I think they call it plunder. It's a plunder, and you can't really put your finger on what exactly is what. you can't really say that what happened in a Nazi hating the Jewish race and what happened to them in the 1930s with Adolf Hitler all the way down is not motivated by something spiritual. You cannot say 100%. You can speculate that it's not motivated or moved by something spiritual, but when you really look at it, it's the same fermentation as when Satan and the demons was cast out of heaven. They was cast out of Christians, had something against Satan and these demons. War broke out in heaven and it was cast down to earth. Now, this race of people, which is Christians, had something against the demons and Satan himself. So that whole mentality is with mankind. So you have to ask yourself, it must have came from somewhere. It must have came from somewhere, and it permeates today. Not all Satanisms are about hating another race or whatever or what have you. But be it as it may, you may not call it Satanism, but it goes under a cult. And I'll tell you why it goes under a cult. Because the Wikicyclopedia clearly brings out that the definition of cult is supernatural, mystical, or majestical beliefs, practices, or phenomenon. Period. So, okay, there are two kinds of spirits we know. There's the good spirit and there's the bad spirit. Satan was thrust out of heaven. Okay. Now, the encyclopedia says that the occult, not the occult, THE occult, but OC-CULT, occult. Definition is supernatural, mystic. I can't. My God damn it. Mystical. Jeez, fuck. Mystical or majestical beliefs. Okay, now that goes for a Christian. So can you really say that the occult is Christianity if the definition for occult is supernatural or mystical beliefs or magical beliefs? And that's kind of magic what Jesus did, making water to wine. That's kind of magic. So can we really say that Christianity is part of the occult? Now keep in mind that all religions spawned from a cult. All of them. All of them. They became Bible students and then they formed Christianity. The Christianity war went on for years and years and years and years, you see. It went on for years. And finally, they made Christianity mainstream as a prominent religion. But first, they had to fight it for hundreds of years first. Hundreds of years. But they started out before they became Christianity a cult. European was calling them a cult. And these guys hunted witches and was killing witches because they didn't like what the practices they were saying or the things that they took partake in. So they were killing witches. And you can read in history about the Great Witch Hunt. And this ended, of course, I think it was in 1800, but I'm very screwed up when it comes to years and whatnot. But still, it ceased to this very day. Okay? And all of these goes under of cult, being in a cult. Satanism a cult. Satanism a cult. Now, what makes satanic cults different from other cults? Because they deal with Satan himself in more ways than the other cults, you see. Anton Levy started the book of Satanism. You see, he started the book of Satanism. And down to this day, people still follow him. Alright? They still follow him. But what about you? Let's slow down everything and ask the question, what about you? Do you find yourself drawn to the cult or Satanism in other ways? In other ways, is it necessarily a bad thing? Meaning, you have yet turned on a 6 o'clock news and heard somebody come on the television and say, I was attacked by a poltergeist, or I was attacked by a demon, or I was attacked, or my house is possessed, and that's how I got these bruises, broken arm, broken legs, or that's why I'm in a wheelchair, because a spirit creature pushed me down a flight of steps. But you will hear about somebody in the news that got mauled by an alligator or crocodile faster or quicker than you'll hear somebody say they got attacked by a poltergeist and was hurt. So when your alarm go off about occult or Satanism, is it really a reason to get scared? Think about it. Is it real? How often do you come across a case like that that's prominent, not by rumor mill and not by like a documentary of low standard? I'm talking prominent. On the front page, somebody, guys in the world, somebody has been attacked by a real poltergeist. A psychiatrist or therapist can go in someone's head and say, yes, this person have paranoid schizophrenia. He hears voices. But can he honestly say it's a sickness? You see, how can he know 100% that it's not a spiritual being, when the Bible brings out in particular that Satan was cast to earth with his demons? It can be. The point is, nobody really knows. And that goes out for atheists who believes there's no spirit creatures here, or believe no God. They believe in evolution or whatever they believe. The Bible is the last thing on their minds. And that goes for the atheists who, atheists mean they don't believe in no religion whatsoever. Hollywood specializes in making movies that of about possessed people, and we go to these movies to see them. For some strange reason, we are drawn to these movies to say, okay, I want to see what the fuck, I just got to see this shit. Some of these movies are cult classics, dude. Cult classics. But some reason they fascinate us. They make us laugh sometimes, and sometimes they just have us on the edge of our seat. But you have to really pay attention to the fact that you really don't know what lies in the heart of man. What really, truly lies in the heart of man? What do man really want out of life? If man had the ability with no restraint to do anything he wants, who knows what man will do? And what's important, who knows what man will conjure up, spiritually or physically do? Now think about it. In all aspects of life, we get cravings for different things that we cannot have, because for reasons that concern that it could be against our country's rules and regulations, rather as the United States or any. But if you can do it, would you do it? If you can do it, would you do it? These Satanists in their heart believe they can do it. For some odd, strange reason, they believe in their heart that they can do it. And not only, they don't think about getting away with it, but they can do it. But it's one thing that confuses me about Satanists, getting off the subject, because this ain't a professional documentary, guys. This is like in between shit. But Satanists always leave a mess. You know, it's like somebody have a house party and then leave and the house off. I don't know. Satanism, when they do them rituals, they always leave a mess. You know what I'm saying? They never clean. You notice they never clean up, but they realize if they cleaned up, they never get caught. It's just, I don't know. Maybe they want to get caught. I don't fucking know, but I'm just saying. They never fucking clean up. They never fucking clean up. But anyway, getting back to the issue here, the issue at hand here. Would you partake? Why do we want to partake of the forbidden fruit, dude? What is it about life and Satan the spiritual, wicked spiritual realm, the realm of man not tipping in? There's a lot of realms man doesn't dabble in. And spirituality is one of them. That's one of the highest areas man doesn't dabble in. He'll dabble in sports. He'll dabble in what do you call it? Geography. What do you call that thing when they go and Archaeology. He'll dabble in archaeology. Archaeology, guys, is when you go out and search for artifacts of long time ago, digging in dirt and shit like that. So he'll dabble in all of these things, but spirituality is one of the least things a man will dabble in. That means turning out the lights, lighting some candles, sitting in the middle of the floor, and just numbing yourself out to all your emotions, opening up your mind and saying, if anything anywhere is out there, could you give me a sign? Now, the doors to doing these are like Ouija boards, or they got different avenues of doing these things, but usually people say they felt something or saw something or what have you. This is the one of the number one things man have yet conquered was, are we the only ones here? But the thing I'm trying to make is this also. Don't you think the world is too complex and too huge to sit back and say that man is the only one here in the universe? Think about it. If you get a glass of water and put it in the sunlight and let it sit there, you will start to see life form. Period. Algae start to form or what have you. It's impossible to sit back and say man is the only living beings in this vast majority universe. Some people believe in UFOs. The cult Heaven's Gate believes in a UFO. They killed themselves because they say they're going up to the UFO. There's UFO cults. It's all kind of different cults, but this show is about satanic cults. Guys, you got to realize that to believe that we're the only living people alive is, what do you call it? It's futile. It's so what's the word I'm looking for? It's not feasible to say that man is the only one walking on the planet Earth. There is other realms, portals also that can be here. You know how this is evident? Because we all came across something spiritual in our life one time or another, and we denied it and said, oh, it's a natural thing. Scientists got a name for it or what have you. But if you believe in the Bible and you can't say the Bible, you can't point to the Bible and say the Bible is a lie, then you have to admit that it's a possibility, guys, that we're not the only ones here, that these demons and ghosts or what have you, poltergeists, are all around. Hollywood capitalizes on this in this media form, and we go and flock and spend all this money to see this because it's fascinating to us. The movie Poltergeist with Steven Spielberg, that movie scared the bit shit out of us, and around here we cannot contain how much when we saw it scared the big Christ out of us. So what I'm trying to say is they gave Steven Spielberg, they gave it to us in that the first one. I ain't talking about the second one, I ain't talking about the third bullshit. I'm talking about the first one. They gave it to us, dude. They gave it to us hard, really hard, in those Poltergeist movies. And you can't but help to go with the fact that it's scary because you know it's a possibility. I'll give you an example. See, it's scary because you know it can happen. If you go see a movie about a big killer chicken, and this chicken was high as the Empire State Building, will we be scared of that movie, really? What about a big giant rooster or a big giant worm? See, we won't be that scared. We won't be that frightened that much. But when you dip over into the spiritual realm and say, okay, it's this movie called Poltergeist or The Exorcist, guys. This scares us because we know we come across things in our daily life that's familiar with the spiritual realm. Excuse me. So these things that we're familiar with, he'll get frightened over quicker than he would a big Godzilla movie or a big King Kong movie. He will get frightened more and more. Oh, because we have closer relations to spirituality than a big goddamn monkey or a big goddamn chicken. But here's the question about that. Why are we so drawn to this? Why are we so fascinated with the unknown? You know, have you really took notice? Why do we, in other words, why do we want to be scared? Now, some people would say, Rashid, that's not the case. I don't want to be scared. I don't like to be scared. Some people don't like horror movies. Some people just don't do horror. They don't even do thriller. They just do comedy and so forth like that. Majority of the people, believe me, majority likes to get scared for some strange reason. People want to feel like it's something else other than mankind. You see, this is what gives life flavor. It gives life flavor. It gives life some kind of thing, something to look forward to. That maybe after death we can go somewhere. Maybe it is a God that's going to judge us on the last day. Maybe this is all these maybes that come out, and this is what makes life fascinating. This is what makes life fascinating. You gotta forgive me, guys. I got no script. I'm just talking out my head, and this, that's how I do my shit. But this is what makes life fascinating. That the thought that we can is something else other than this, and maybe that's the reason why we go to all of these movies, and we want to see these things, and we want to get frightened. We want to get a good movie. Today, there's no more spiritual movies like Poltergeist, The Exorcist, and so forth. Now, we don't know the reason for this. Maybe it's just a drought on spirituality. Maybe it's a drought on wanting to learn or get scared by spirituality. Satanism is definitely a type of spirituality that people are scared of, and they are a cult. And with that in mind, they offer a variety of things of pleasing the flesh. You see, because the Bible in general says we have to abstain. Okay, man. We have to abstain from the flesh. That's the Bible. Now, the book of Satan tells us that we can and have to do the opposite. Go for fleshly desires. Now, we around here agree in that. We agree in that, but we're not Satanists. But that's another story. It's against the law to handle the underage. That's against the law. For some reason, children are viewed very highly in cults. Now, we don't know why this is. I can't tell you why this is. It's a big mystery why children are viewed as very valuable in cults today. Maybe it's because of their youth. Because youth carry a lot of energy and have strong auras around their self. Everybody, if you're spiritually inclined, you know about auras. Everybody have auras. In some cases, they call them vibes. So you see a vibe magazine. I'm getting a bad vibe from this person. It's just saying I'm reading that person's aura. So everybody have an aura. Now, maybe that these kids are looked at valuable because their aura is very precious and young. Kind of like a virgin sacrifice and stuff like that. Now, we don't do no sacrifices. I don't know how somebody could do a sacrifice. It takes a lot of heart to do a sacrifice. A lot of heart. And to this day, I'm still scratching my head about it. But we are. But the point of the matter is that these kids are viewed very valuable in cults. Some of them agree with sexual contact with children inside of a cult. Now, as human beings, we're very sexual from the beginning. From the time we're children and we finding out our body members and we say, hey, this feels different down here, whatever. We're very sexual from the start. So cults and groups and Satanisms, not all of them, but some of them, focus on that because they think it's a link to children being viewed to that way, and how we live our life in society in general. So even though it's against the law and so forth, it still goes on behind closed doors. The sexploitation of children, it still goes on behind closed doors. Now these children are able to grow up and be normal adults and able to talk about it. Sure, you may see tears come out their eye. Well, just let's look at this. Look at this.
Friends of family and strangers, and my family used to rape me. Maybe abort the babies I had.
It would be hard to imagine more misery and suffering than what Teresa says she's had to endure.
And us kids would be made to do things with the adults and the animals, and then a sacrifice would happen.
The sacrifice? Were these animal sacrifices?
Animals and people.
On what scale do you think this was happening?
Enormous, far beyond what we've ever heard of here before.
Teresa's mother, Bridget. You're talking about mass murder?
Yes, on a scale that this country's never heard of before. Like the old people's homes now around the desert.
For the first time, Teresa is learning what it's like to live with love instead of fear. In this quiet English village, with the help of her mother, she's slowly repairing her broken life. Teresa is now 15, but at the age of 2, she was left in the care of this woman, the grandma she called Nan, and that, she says, is when her torment started. Who was the leader? Who was the boss of the gang, of the cult?
At home it was my Nan.
Your Nan made you have sex with animals?
Yeah. Like goats and donkeys.
So as you see, it still goes on, and these children still grow up and able to talk about it freely. Even though they're living with pain, they still survived it. Some people don't survive it. Now, still, it's going by what they're saying, because as you see, the question is, these children are going to be lying. Children always like to exaggerate. I like to exaggerate. That's just a habit I have. I exaggerate. I blow up shit out of proportion. That's what Rashid does. Well, sometimes. And children like to do that. So you have to ask yourself, did this really happen? See, in the court of law, if you don't have 100% proof, it will not hold in court. So somebody could talk, but where is the evidence that this has been done? Where is the evidence? We saw a documentary, me and my people, you remember this, we saw a documentary on social media about this child who's saying that she was in this cult, that they took kids and was sacrificing kids and all this stuff. And then later on in the documentary, she said, I made it all up. And she had all the detectives looking bad. She had all the cult members looking bad, because the cult members turned around and said, we tried to tell y'all she lying. And this is a real documentary, man. This is a real documentary. But what they did, they broke the child down. They kept breaking her down, until finally she said, okay, I lied. It was just something she just said. So even though these children say this, is it authentic? Where is the proof of it? But the point is, children are still wrapped up in it. What's the fascination with viewing children in a sexual way when they're buckled down inside of a cult? Now, keep in mind that we are humans. We're mammals. There's nothing greater than a feeling of doing something and getting over on somebody that you don't like. As people, they say revenge is the sweetest thing you can get. Now, the average person will say this on the street. So when you're living in a world with so many restraints from your government or whatever, and you're able to get away with something, we may find it very pleasing to say, hey, I'm getting away with something. And on top of that, if it's sexual, it makes it more satisfying. So maybe we may say this about children or whoever. But when you really look at the outcome of it, you're not going to win, because these kids got to grow up, become adults, and 98 to 97% of them come forward and go after their people who did them wrong. I'll say about 97% of them always do that. They always grow up and go after the people who did them wrong in a sexual way. So you're not going to win, dude. It's like, there's no way you're not going to win that. There's no way you're not going to win. They're going to eventually grow up and come after you, dude. Because they always do. But in a nutshell, you got to ask yourself, what's the fascination with that side of the world nobody else on the planet Earth know but you and your group and the children or whoever? Something is illegal and you're getting away with it. Why is we as mammals so fascinated with that? Why is that so attractive to us? Why is it a drive that we gotta do it, we want to do it, or one day maybe we can do it? You have to realize also, I suppose, that we still have laws keeping mankind in order for a specific reason, so we could grow up as decent or live our life as decent individuals and not like animals, period. Not like these wild beasts of the world, so to speak. But it's always exaggerated in cults, in Satanism, satanic cults. Children sacrifice or children being used. Primarily, I'm guessing because of their youth. So it's a fascination with that. You want to say, okay, I want to dip over to that and see what that's about and do. I mean, that's just, as people, we have that in us. And as a child, it's fascinating to us to be part of something like that, because it's out of childrenhood. Children are very curious. Their brains are like sponges. So they'll take, especially if they see their parents in it, they'll say, okay, I'll do it. But as they start to get older, they say, hey, I was duped. Hey, I was wrong. Hey, I was used. Hey, I was abused. And that's what happened in my case. I mean, you know, and that got me, but that's another story. I ain't gonna go too much off the handle. But do you, inside of you, do you knock on Satan's door and say, I would try that if it come my way. I would do that if I come my way. Why do we feel that attraction towards kids? Why do we feel attraction towards Satanism? Why do we feel attraction towards the belief that it's a possibility that UFOs really exist? See, not all of us, but some of us, or most of us, can't deny the fact that we have attractions toward things that the government says is a no-no. You see, I'm a survivor of child exploitation. There's so many millions of people like Rashid who are survivors. And I can say on my hand, it wasn't that bad. I survived it. It's just a thing that happened in my life, and I survived it. No big deal. Some people take it the wrong way and take their situation the wrong way. But who's to say the way I'm looking at it is the right way and the way they're looking at it is the wrong way? Who's to say theirs is the right way and mine the wrong way? The point is, as individuals, that makes us different, we got to take our situations the way it is. And in these groups, it's fascinating and exciting to be able to do freely of sin, of flesh, with anything or whatever, and get away with it scot clean, and smile and smirk and thumb their nose at the government and say we got away with it. Well, anyway, listen to some more of this. Listen.
How many men or how many people would have sex with you?
What, at one time?
Yes.
About everyone who was there, which must have been about 20. You know, from 10 to 20 people. If it was a big ceremony, it used to be 30.
What would your grandma be doing? These men were forcing themselves on you.
Usually laughing. Or smiling. Or having sex with another man. Or other men.
A chronicle of debauchery and depravity so horrific it's hard to believe. You have to ask yourself, could Teresa be just making it up?
No. I know what's true and what's not. No, I know what I saw.
Children don't make up elaborate lies that this would have to be if it was a lie, which I know it is not. It isn't.
This couldn't be a terrible dream, a nightmare that you're reliving.
No. It's no dream. It's a nightmare. It's not one you can wake up from. It's there all the time.
This really happened, you're quite sure of that?
Yeah.
As for Nan, the grandmother, she's 61 and lives in this council flat in South London. She's charged on 7 counts of aiding and abetting rape and 2 counts of performing abortions on Teresa.
I know what's true and what's not.
We also took Teresa's story to this man, therapist Ray Wire. He reads a transcript of our interview and listens to her voice.
It's no dream.
Few people, if any, in Britain have counselled as many victims of satanic abuse or Satanists themselves as Ray Wire has. If there is an expert on satanic cults, it would have to be him. Do you believe Teresa's story?
I believe Teresa's story. It's exactly the same story as I've heard from men who says they've done it.
You've dealt with other cases like hers?
Yes.
21 cases like hers, he says, in the past 2 years alone.
Themes like they were put in boxes with spiders and worms, where they were trapped in fear, where there was a high use of excrement and urine, where there was talk of human sacrifice.
Take just one of those rituals, putting children in boxes with spiders and worms. Now, listen to what Teresa told her mother.
And they had a coffin-like box that children were put in with spiders and snakes and the lid shut and left in there. I would have come out deranged. I could not have coped with that mentally at all.
You have evidence to back up stories like Teresa's, that this
Yes.
is really happening?
Well, we have that age of child, 6, 5 and 4, giving information that ties up with Teresa. How do those children know? How do those children able to describe rituals, to talk about ceremonies, to talk about sacrificing animals? How do those children know?
Nightmares, imagining it?
You can't imagine those things at 3 and 4 years old, and you also don't have the evidence of anal sex abuse and oral sex abuse and all that other abuse that clearly those children have experienced and endured.
During these ceremonies, was Satan, the devil, ever referred to?
He was called Lucifer.
What did they say about the devil, about Lucifer?
That killing the people made him happy.
Sacrifices to please the devil. According to Teresa, the worst rituals took place at a house somewhere in the country.
It was big, expensive. From the front it looked like a castle. It had a long drive and big double wooden doors.
Do you think they were rich people then?
Very rich.
Now, where was this big house somewhere in the country? Teresa says she can't take the police there because the Satanists made sure she'd never know how to find it.
Teresa was always drugged, or on a couple of occasions she said she was knocked out, so that she never fully knew the route.
There was a tramp who was brought in once, and he was killed. He was cut from his throat down to his stomach, and they ate him, or bits of him.
They killed a man at a ceremony
Yeah,
in front of you.
in front of all of us.
Did the tramp, did this man fight back?
No, I think he was, drunk or something. He seemed really dopey. He was laughing a lot when he was brought in. And he started screaming when they began to cut. But after a while, he died. I'd seen a few killings before then. Although I wasn't used to it, that was the worst one. I really don't know what I thought. I suppose I thought, thank God it's not me.
Let me get this right now. Are you saying that you saw more than one person killed in that house?
Yeah. I've seen loads of babies killed there. Just newborn babies. Or aborted ones, which were only small. 4-year-olds. Any age, really.
Did they ever say they might kill you?
They threatened to kill my little girl, who, when I left, was still at the house.
A friend?
Huh?
What little girl?
My little girl, Alex. She's about 4 now.
You mean you had a child?
Yeah.
How old were you when you had that child?
11.
Motherhood at the age of 11. But from what Teresa told her mother, it wasn't the only pregnancy.
I think about 7 or 8 times. It's hard to say. It was constantly happening from the time she was capable of being pregnant.
What happened to the pregnancy, to the babies?
They were aborted by my nan or by one of the doctors at the house.
There were doctors there at that house?
Yeah, there was 2, I think. Yeah, and a nurse.
What would happen to the fetuses, the unborn babies?
They used to be taken away most of the time, and one time the baby was taken out of me and then killed in front of me because it was still alive.
And then, what would happen?
Well, after they killed it, they would eat it. But we were also made to eat it.
You were made to eat your own fetus?
Yeah.
Who made you do this?
My nan.
It's no wonder why we have such fascination with this. The reason why I say that, because we crave the bad things in life. The good things in life are good, but the bad things in life are great. And that's what we say around my compound. There's nothing wrong with dabbling in this and dabbling in that, as long as if it's not breaking the laws of your country that you reside in. And this sucks, don't it? This is really fucking sucks, dude. I'm gonna say it just like it sucks. We hate it and everything, but you have to understand, if you're a Christian, the scriptures say is the rules, the laws there for a reason. God said He put them there. Man think he's responsible. God said He did. Now this is what the Bible said. But all in all, I'm not gonna go on that angle of spirituality, because we're talking about what we want as fleshly, sinful humans. We want to be able to go out and do and indulge in our fleshly desires much as possible. But you have to realize, most people, if they do that, will not live over 2 months. What if mankind now listen, what if mankind had the right, had the green light to do anything, and I'm talking anything that comes to his head, anything he want to, for 2 months? That means no laws or restrictions whatsoever. I will guarantee you, and this is the estimated from what I know about people and dealing with individuals, because I grew up in a really rough way, he wouldn't make it past 1 month. He will actually kill himself. He will either overindulge in something or do something really stupid that will off himself. Somehow we feel better to know that Satanism is the wrong way to go. We feel better to know that jumping off that roof is the wrong way to go. Mankind feel better with restraint than without restraint. There's no love without restraint. There's love with restraint. That means if you want to do something and somebody say no, you're not going to do it, you can forget about it. You will feel like somebody gives a damn about you more than somebody say, I don't care what you do, go ahead and indulge in it. You see the point? So when you go into Satanism, these are a group of people who are doing both. They're restraining themselves and they're indulging themselves. Maybe, just maybe, that's the curiosity about these cults that people are interested in. The fact that you can go into them and do whatever you want and get away with it. But how do you view Satanism? How do you view any cult in general? I have the definition. Now, Satanism, I want you to listen to this. The Weekly Encyclopedia says Satanism is a group of ideological and philosophical beliefs. Philosophical, yes, that's what I said. Philosophical beliefs based on the character of Satan. Although the public practice of Satanism began with the founding of the Church of Satan in 1966, historical proceedings exist. A group called the Alpha Cultus was founded by Herbert Arthur in 1948. So before, you might say Levy is responsible for starting the Book of Satan, which he is. But when you really look at the word Satanism and do a really deeper investigation of it, you will see that it really started in 1948 with a Herbert Arthur Sloan. His name was Herbert Arthur Sloan, from what I understand. And this happened in 1948. So before Levy, it was Sloan. See? Now, I don't know if Levy got his documentations or his ways through Sloan. I don't know. But I know in 1948 is when it really, really started, in 1948. So, what is the fascination is it about the cults? What is the fascination is it? What is the fascination about this child sexual attraction inside cults or outside cults? What's the fascination of believing in UFOs? You see, we as individuals never grasp the reason why we crave certain things or want to know certain things. Sure, it's easy for us to point our finger at certain things and say that's wrong, or that's wrong, and that's wrong, and that's wrong. But we're not pointing a finger to ourselves and asking us why or how, or what's the reason that we feel that way? When it's easy to point your finger at somebody and say that's wrong. What about what we crave, what we know we really crave, but won't do it because it's against the law? That won't do it because it will ruin our reputation. That we won't do it because of whatever reason. But if we can do it, would we do it? And only ourselves knows these things. Who knows what lies in the heart of man, like that radio show shit back in the fucking day? Who knows what lies in the heart of man? So while you pointing your finger somewhere, you don't know what you're capable or will do when you're under pressure. Sure, you may say, I won't do this and this and this. I will never do this and this and this. But under the right amount of pressure, a man doesn't really know what they're capable of doing or will do. We may not know what really goes on behind closed doors with these powerful religious leaders who claim in public they do things the right way and do things the noble way, but behind closed doors they do things another total different way. We may not really know that, but one thing we should not never forget never forget is that we're all human. We're all flesh and blood. That means we're prone to do things out of the ordinary that will shock a normal person who's under restraint if we're given absolute 100% freedom by whoever. And that alone fascinates us. It's not a good thing or bad thing. We all should love who we are from the inside out, no matter if it's good or bad. We should love who we are, because nobody will love us like we love ourselves. So we have to love ourselves no matter what we like, and realize that we're just flesh and blood. And we're just being ourselves. And that's what it's all about. That's when Jesus and God come in and say, I'm going to help you, show you the way, the right way, because I know how you are. And this is what I want you to do so you could gain life in heaven with Jesus, or the earth, the paradise earth, or whatever you believe in with Allah or whatever. But still, it doesn't take away the fact, again, it doesn't take away the fact that we're still flesh, we're still blood, and we're still going to be prone to do what's bad. And it is a fascination with the exorcist, and to be scared at the edge of our seat, and to be like, okay, I don't want to see it because it's too scary. Won't you tell me about it? You see, you still want to know about it. You may not say I don't like horror movies. You may say I don't like this. I don't like nothing. I don't like no screamers. We hate screamers around. Yes, we hate screamers around here. But still, we still yearn if a movie come out to say, if it's a horror movie, I want to check this out. If it's a real good horror movie. So we flock to the movies to see the Poltergeists, the Range, the Exorcist, or just want to hear about it. And it's a fascination to think it's a possibility that can happen. Everything in life that's really successful is closer to reality, rather than not closer to reality. We close encounters of the third kinds, the UFO incident. See, alright, can it be life on another planet? That's why science fiction is so fascinating to us, because it gives us the opportunity to think that, hey, maybe it is life somewhere else. Life will be boring if we just stay one way, on one road, thinking one thought and doing one action. We need to expand our horizons and say, okay, there is a possibility that this can happen, this can happen, this can happen. Even though we know right from wrong, we still will enjoy life better knowing that we have options. And Satanism is another option. You see what I'm saying? It's another option. I'm not saying it's a good option. I'm not saying it's a bad option, because to these Satanism, what they're doing is the right thing. To us as normal citizens, it's the wrong thing. So who's to say what's the right thing and what's the wrong thing? If to them it's the right thing. You see what I mean? Now, you have to realize also, when it comes to hurting an innocent person or innocent animal, okay, that's drawing the line, because now you're invading someone's life. So this, when it becomes, okay, I'm not going to say the wrong thing. Use your own discretion when you think or perform or whatever, that kind of action. Because keep in mind that you're invading someone's life, and no one has that right to do that. No one. Even God himself gives you the opportunity to choose. Satan himself gives you the opportunity to choose. So what makes you to have the right to invade somebody's life when Satan and God don't do it? You see the point? So the point, I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying use your discretion when you do or go about or think about these kind of things. Around RVT, I address all kind of different types of people and so forth like this, and I know I'm addressing y'all in a way y'all never been addressed before. And that's what I want to bring out also, that's so important, is that we want to talk about things like that so we can, like this, so we can vent. You see what I'm saying? We want to vent around here. Don't take it personal by the shit I'm talking about. I'm just talking shit real to you. And one of the things I don't want you to take personal is your choice in how you live your life. We may never know why we crave the things we crave and can't have. We may not never know why we want to be a part of something that we know it's wrong, but we still want to be a part of it. We may not never know. That doesn't make us a bad person, because we're still human. Now that's when God come in and try to help us on a road to wherever. Satan will come in and say, "How well I'm gonna help you." Satan his demons, I'll help you on this road. Either way, we're still prone to do wrong, so we shouldn't really feel bad about ourselves, guys. It's not our fault. It's not like we had a fucking choice and made the wrong decision. And it's like, oh, we made the wrong decision. Now we like this in our life, or we like to do this in our life, and we like to do this in our life. Oh, I feel like shit. Oh, I'm not shit. Oh, no, it didn't happen that way. If you born with no arm, you born with no fucking arm. If you born with no feet, you born with no feet. It's that simple. We're born to do bad. So don't feel bad about it. And Satanism is an avenue that people stream to because they find relief. Okay? It's fun and entertaining to be part of something that's not part of mainstream. Underground. The underground music you'll always hear. The underground music is always better than the regular music that you hear today. The underground movies is always better than the movies that you see today. So what about lifestyles like that? Why wouldn't it be better than a lifestyle today? You see the point I'm trying to make? So when you look at the word Satanism, you have to ask yourself, are you viewing it the right way, or are you viewing it the wrong way? Who knows? But what this child been through when she was coming up, and Satanism really took effect on her. It's good to know that she's out of it and she's doing okay now, but it still put a dent in her life. But she's able to come and talk about it, guys. So she should get credit for that. You always hear about somebody on the news and shit getting attacked by alligator, crocodile, whatever, quicker than somebody saying, I got beat up by a poltergeist. So is it really something to be afraid of, guys? If you're just exploring another type of lifestyle. That's all it is. It's a lifestyle. Why is it fascinating to laugh at things of this kind of nature? Period. You may find, okay, there is Illuminati or whatever, and you laugh at it, you say this about it, you say this about it. It's still a fascination to give it attention for some reason. Why do we crave these things? Because it's who we are. When you really think about it, that's the answer. It's because it's who we are, guys, as people. It's who we are. And it doesn't make us good or bad. It's just who we are. Now, we can go against that and try to curve that and train ourselves to do the right thoughts, to think the right thoughts. And we do that by going to religion, God, reading the Bible and so forth. Even going to a psychiatrist or a therapist. Maybe they can help us out. But it's still, we're doing that because of who we are. And that's the reason why we crave so much stuff that's against the law. We crave and want to do so much stuff that's not normal or what have you. And we want to see and then get entertained by these things because it's who we are. It doesn't make us a bad person. It's just who we are. You see the point? So when you look at it that way, life isn't that bad to begin with. And these Hollywood movies, I won't say they capitalize on who we are, but it's giving us what we crave. It's giving us what we can't do. If you can't do something, to see somebody else do it, it becomes satisfying to us. That's why sometimes you find yourself wanting to see somebody get punched in the fucking face. You see somebody wanting to just pick somebody up and throw them on the ground and stomp their fucking face in. Because it's, even though we're not doing it, it's giving us some sort of satisfaction. Or we wouldn't want to see it. We'll walk away and turn our face to it. That's how I am. I'll walk away. We walk away and turn our face to it because I ain't about that. But I'm saying the Hollywood movies is giving us what we want to see. Even though we really don't want to be in a situation. It's still satisfying. A certain curiosity bone is found deep in our body that, hey, yes, I want to see this, or hey, I would like to know about this. It's really satisfying to us. It's satisfying part of us that hey, that's pretty fun. Actually, it's pretty fun, and to know about different aspects of the field is very entertaining too. It doesn't make us a bad person at all. It's fascinating to go deep, and Rashid can go really, really deep. It's just I'm not doing it on social media. I can't do it on social media, guys. Thanks to you guys making me a goddamn celebrity. But that's another fucking thing. I'm not gonna go into that shit. But anyway, I could go deep with a lot of things because the world is so fascinating when it comes to Satanism. Now, I'm not into Satanism. I'm far from Satanism. I have my own group and so forth, and we don't do the Satanism thing. But you have to ask yourself, why are we still inclined to want to hear occasionally about Satanism? I'll give you an example. Satanism always will come to you for some strange goddamn reason. We don't know the reason why, but it always will come to you. You don't have to go to it. You know what I mean? You don't have to go to Satanism. It always will come to you. And now, the question lies right here. This is the question about that. Is it because Satan himself is pulling it to you for a reason to join or whatever? Or maybe it's something spiritual in you that's pulling this to you? Or is it because it's just permeated all in society today and there's no way to escape it? So it's reasonable to think that you're going to come across it. If you notice, one is a spiritual reason, and the other one is a fleshly reason. Only you can make that decision and use discernment. Only you. But just realize that it's going to come to you rather like this entertainment or some other form. Oh, that's that Satanism stuff. Because if we think it out here is permeated that much in this society, it's kind of fucking creepy. Then if we permeate out here, that's because somebody's directing it to you for a reason. That's kind of creepy too. So either way, you can't escape it. But it's here. Now, like I said, this is our first show of Rashids Strange Stories and Philosophies. Sweetheart, did you have fun? Did you have fun? I have. We have fun. We have fun. And I hope you guys could join us next time on another episode of Rashids Strange Stories and Philosophies, where we'll be discussing another avenue of the unknown. I don't know if it's going to be Satanist, satanic cults. I really don't know. But rest assured, it will be something that society shies away from, because that's who we are. And take care, everybody, and have a nice evening. This has been an RVT, Rashids Video Tube, social media television production. Can somebody give these girls some socks? Good girl. This program was brought to you by Rashids Cyber Rock Films in conjunction with YouTube and Google Plus and social media plug out. It's all about change, real change. Peace. Up next on RVT, Rashids Video Tube. It's a special documentary on What Do You Think? It's an inside candid look at Studio 54. Following that is the Rashid YouTube radio show. Let's all make it a great summer, particularly a great Shaisa, as we celebrate here on RVT, where it's Rashid all the time. You're watching RVT, Rashid's Teletube Worldwide. Where is Rashid all the time? You're watching Rashid's RVT.
RVT want to wish you a very happy Shiesting season.
You're watching RVT, a Rashid International Broadcasting Station. Y'all watching RVT! Heads up, everybody, it's RVT. Hands down, everyone, is RVT. Look over there. Who's over there? Is RVT. Everyone, everywhere is RVT. When you're walking, when you're working, talking, having fun. Worldwide Rashid enjoyment. Social television when the day is done. All you need is just to sit back and let Rashid's door open up to fun. Fun beyond your wildest enjoyment. Social media fun. It's RVT, Rashid's video tube for social media, Rashid's computer television, weather news and celebrity news, and award-winning content that goes on and on. If you can't get RVT, contact your local internet service provider. RVT, now streaming on YouTube and Google Plus and other social media platforms. Call now! Get ready and save on Rashids RVT Supermarket and Half Price and Savings, where you can save up to 40 to 50% off with coupon. And don't forget to check your circulars for money grabbing savings. Whole chicken tender poultry just $9.99 or less, or tender lamb and steak chops now $7.99 or less at some dealers. Fresh cut watermelon orange juice $6.99. Fresh vegetables, so you don't ever have to wonder what's for dinner, whether it's hot pizza or fruit. Specially cut poultry, pork, beef, or chops. Fresh milk, all available for a reasonable price. Chuck shoulder roast, $3.69 a pound. Chunky soup, 2 for $3. Freshness right at your fingertips. And you can now shop online and have your groceries delivered to your door. Dice cut from the grocers to your freezer to the dinner table. Buy one get one free fresh plucked strawberries, or $2.99 a pound rump roast, crispy bacon, and a Rashid R-Man advertiser for boneless beef chuck roast, $2.49. Dazzle your taste buds as you rack up on savings. And don't forget about the RVT reminder of ordering online. Supermarket savings and more are what you're going to get. So get shopping. Hey guys, you know what this is? Come on. Around here we call this the cure. What? You don't know what the cure is? Well, first, let's talk about what this is. It's syrup. Now I know you use syrup for pancakes and waffles. But did you know there's other kinds of syrup? All from the finest things of the planet. Want strawberry pancakes? Let the cure do its job and transform your regular pancakes into strawberry ones. Okay, want blueberry pancakes? Go out and get blueberry syrup and voila! Blueberry pancakes. Use the flavors on ice cream, pie, and even cereal. No wonder why we call this the cure. It cures everything from plain to fabulous. So, enjoy nature's answer to plain. Look for money-saving coupons in the paper. Pork this, pork that, pork this, pork that, pork. Yeah. Top the meat. Hey, having spaghetti tonight? A whole lot of vegetables. sauce just the way you like it. It's the thickest, heartiest sauce ever, made with a whole lot of plump, juicy tomatoes, special seasonings and spices, with that zesty, full-bodied tomato taste. Now you're eating spaghetti. So serve up some Italiano at its best, now at your local market, or go online at www.italiancooking.org. That's www.italiancooking.org. Y'all watching RVT! You're watching RVT, a Rashids International Broadcasting Station. All day long the bunnies worked, they got so very tired. So when they got home they needed a boost, Rashids chocolate cider. All day long the days were rough, it was no happy choir. So when they got home they needed a boost, Rashids chocolate cider. Well, not cider, but just hot chocolate. Deep, rich hot chocolate. Either plain or with marshmallows. An internet's best friend. And with 3 grams of fat and 6 grams of protein, why wouldn't you go for it? All year round is groovy. You said it, Cooper. The marshmallows melt to a thick, motherly malt as it oozes down your throat. You probably wouldn't stand for just 1 cup. And your imagination, just might get the best of you, if you know what I mean. All day long the bunnies worked, they got so very tired. So when they got home they needed a boost, Rashids chocolate cider. All day long the days were rough, it was no happy choir. So when they got home they needed a boost, Rashids chocolate cider. So let your imagination run wild all year round. Available at your nearest grocers or go online.
Mommy's taking me to the store. Oh, I'm so happy. Oh, mommy. Oh, go downstairs. Gotta get dressed. Go downstairs. Oh, I gotta get dressed. Oh, it's such a beautiful day out here, mommy. It's such a beautiful day. Oh my goodness, mommy, look all the things. Oh, mommy. Oh, most of the things you get at the stores, you can get really good deals if you got coupons. Oh, mommy, thanks.
Hi, I'm a bull, and I know what I like. So when I go out to dinner in a place like this, I order something hearty and bold. And with it comes something else that is bold. Barbecue sauce. That rich, thick, mouth-watering flavor you just can't get from ketchup, salsa sauce, or steak sauce. My barbecue sauce takes flavor to a whole nother level of flavor, giving you the satisfaction you crave on your dishes. Even goes with vegan dishes. In fact, it goes on just about anything. And that's no bull. But pork and beef ribs? Guys, I died. Try the boldest of sauces at your grocers or go online. It's waiting for you. Your adventure starts here. Luggage from top names over 65% off. Just surf over to www.luggage.com. That's www.luggage.com. Ice cream, balls, shoes, socks, all on social media. Laughing, playing, having fun, all on social media. Books, trains, weight loss gains, all on social media. Different worlds, cute little girls, things that will make you lose your curls, all on social media. Cartoonish babes, the twerking gays, the top 10s that will make you be amazed, all on social media. Rashid R-Man people love, all without a lot of subs, all on social media. That's Rashid's social media. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Rest, play. Remember, any physical activity requires hours of rest, so be sure and get yours. Or if you need help with sleeping problems, just go to www.needhelptosleep.org. That's www.needhelptosleep.org.
You're watching RVT, Rashids Teletube, serving nations worldwide. Y'all watching RVT! When I think about how much I love and want chocolate, just a reminder, it's always time for chocolate. Up next on RVT, Rashids Video Tube, it's a special documentary on What Do You Think? It's an inside candid look at Studio 54. Following that is the Rashid YouTube radio show. Let's all make it a great summer, particularly a great Shaisen, as we celebrate here on RVT, where is Rashid all the time.